Pull up a chair, crack open a beer. It's time for the crime news with Shefsky.
And Chelsea again.
Yeah, this is True Crime Comedy. If you're a new listener just tuning in, what we do every episode is for crime news, we read true crime internet articles and we riff on them and we make funs of them. That's right. So if you're a new listener, go ahead, strap yourself in or strap yourself on, whatever makes you happier. And press the share button if you're a regular listener and you know what to do. Hit that 5-star rating, rate us, review us, and you know something rhymes with view us. Just do it.
Just do us.
That's right. Please join our Patreon. This is how we pay the bills. You want to know how I buy my kids shoes, diapers, and weed? Healthy weed. And by weed, I mean the devil's lettuce. And by the devil's lettuce, I mean regular lettuce from Monsanto, which is the devil's lettuce. Mm-hmm. Because they eat a lot of salads. They don't smoke with marijuana, if that's what you thought I meant by weed.
It's the mellow hybrid.
It's the mellow hybrid called Romaine. Our sponsors. Thank you, D, at A Piece That Remains. My name is James Hetfield. I'm the lead singer of Metallica. I love creative gifts for my loved ones, my manager, and even some of my fans at the Metallica fan club. So I call Dee up and I have her make some necklaces and some paintings. Yeah. Dee does awesome paintings. She makes necklaces. She makes jewelry. She does it so well. She's the dopest.
Can she make a diamond ring?
She can make a diamond ring.
What?
I'm making promises for Dee, but I think she has one of those machines where she can make an artificial diamond.
That's beautiful.
She's pretty skilled. Hit her up at A Piece That Remains, a PEICETHATREMAINS, or A Piece That Remains with a PEACE, like peace, bruh. And get some artwork from Dee. Tell her Shefsky sent you. She loves me.
Yeah.
Also, hit up C3 Risk and Insurance Services. Get some insurance from Joe Erle. Google them, C3 Risk. I still haven't memorized Joe Erle's phone number for you to call. But if you get a policy from Joe Erle at C3 Risk, he will give you a $25 gift certificate to Amazon.com. You can buy so much. You will be happy with that one. And Joe Erle, he's going to hook it up. He takes care of you.
Amazon.
I thought you were going to say I love Joe Erle. But you love Joe Erle and Amazon.
Cool.
One time I went to the Amazon rainforest and I was looking for Joe Erle. Turns out he was right
there.
here. They say the farther you go to look for Joe Erle, he's right in front of you. Is that how the saying goes? Hit up Joe Erle at C3 Risk. Shout outs to my Patreon homies and home girls. What is up? Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I hope the sticker of the month have pleased you and satisfied you in ways that only a sticker can please and satisfy. We're recording this at Thailand Studios in the Valley. This is where The Exorcist was edited. So, of course,
and The Karate Kid.
Yeah, but...
And Flashdance. Come on now. And
let's not forget Ladder 42.
And... Putney Swope. Also, everyone has a limit with Jennifer Lopez. This is the studio, folks. Be silly, have fun. And Mobsters.
Mobsters was edited here. Hard Target, which sounds like
with
a porno,
Van
but it's an action movie. Guys, today's episode's got great stories. Hancock man arrested after driving intoxicated, shooting a snowbank. I mean, if you don't just like that story just because he's from Hancock. High school students make changes to grades and attendance in the system. They hacked into the system. That's another story. And former Statesville officer turns himself in after a false report of stolen car, investigators say. And the best one so far, weeks after mayor's arrest, the Port Richey acting mayor is also jailed. So like all their mayors are in jail, which is like,
jeez.
You know what I mean? That's pretty funny.
A lot of jail.
For mayors, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness they are not talking about my favorite mayor, John.
The first one was talking about Hancock. I love Will Smith. I think he's just great.
All right. Let's get into these stories. Chelsea, you go ahead and read the news.
Okay. I'm Rich Slayton, and this is a story called Hancock.
Go on with your story, Slayton.
Hancock man arrested after driving intoxicated, shooting snowbank. Okay, you have your Zoom completely the wrong way.
It needs to be bigger font?
No, like you have it where you put your hands up.
Are you talking about my trackpad?
Yeah, your trackpad is all out of wonk.
Don't tell me I'm wrong to be tracking the way I track.
You know, I accept how you live your life, but this is not working for me.
I'm like someone that throws their car away when they need an oil change. I'm not even going to fix my trackpad by going into the system preferences. I'm just going to get a new computer.
Yes.
And I support you on that.
Go on with your story, Slayton.
All right. Hancock, man arrested after driving intoxicated, shooting snowbank. This is brought to you by Alyssa
Milano? I knew
Pae-
she was doing something. I knew Melissa Milano was doing something.
Paella.
Paella?
Yeah.
Did a Spanish dish of beautiful rice that's yellow with a bunch of seafood in it write an article? Because that would be multitasking.
Piatila. That's what it is.
Peter Attia?
Yep.
The guy
Hancock, Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm preparing myself. Shortly after midnight on Tuesday, March 12th, the Hancock Police Department was called out on reports of numerous gunshots. Once arriving to the scene on the 1200 block of Ingo Street, officers found a 37-year-old...
In go, out go. I mean, we could see where the bullet exited.
In and out.
Right?
You know what I mean?
That's what a gunshot in Michigan is all about.
Officers found a 37-year-old Hancock man standing outside his vehicle, which
with his
was
hand
struck
on his cock. You were trying to say that. I know you were trying to go
in
there.
a snowbank. You were close.
A snowbank?
You were
the
close.
Jews own that too?
Officer investigation
I'm
revealed.
Jewish. I can say that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm Italian.
The Jews run the snowbanks? You've never heard that statement?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
The Eskimo Jews run the snowbanks. They control the world's snowbanks.
Are they?
It's a conspiracy
in fact
theory joke.
covered
I'm just trying to do
by
racial
snow?
conspiracy theories and be funny. And
No, yeah, you're hilarious.
Be funny
I was lost
and
because I don't know much about a snowbank.
it's okay. Well, you're never
Being
gonna get,
from Ohio.
You're never get an ice loan if you don't know much about snowbanks.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Do you know about
Build up that
Snowbanksy, the guy
credit,
that does
you know what I mean?
political snowman art? Snowbanksy?
No.
Okay, go
Are
on.
they going to make a biopic about him soon?
God damn it, Slayton, go on with your story.
Officer investigation revealed the man was intoxicated, so he was arrested.
He was intoxicated. Mm-hmm. He wasn't listening to Toxicity from System of a Down.
You know what? This is in Michigan, so good on him for arresting anyone from Michigan because they are Ohio's like rivals.
Oh, yeah. And Michigan is kind of like the center of the country's Florida.
Yeah.
So you have to pretty much arrest
Right.
everyone.
Like the northern up top Florida.
Yeah. It's like you're in Michigan? Well, it's against the law.
You might as well be in Florida.
That's right.
So
they just they pull you over. They're like, what did I do, officer? Like,
Right.
you're in Michigan, so something's going on here. And Michigan's also like Russia too. You have to drink a bunch of vodka just to stay warm to survive the winter.
Right.
So it's totally logical to think that like if you're driving in Michigan,
why go
you're
there?
drunk. Well, it's not that why go there. You have to. It's like Gaza Strip. Like you can't.
Have you heard of
leave.
Detroit?
There's big walls up with barbed wire.
Don't go to Detroit.
You can't get out of Detroit.
Yikes.
Have you seen RoboCop? It's very hard to leave.
Officers
Yes?
also
Where?
found numerous bullet casings on the ground. It appeared shots had been fired into the snowbank.
But they didn't find numerous sausage casings on the ground.
No, just bullet casings. Isn't
Because
that
I hate
weird?
it when people just eat the middle of the sausage and they leave the casing.
I'm saying.
Right?
I am saying.
Right?
After a search of the vehicle, officers found and confiscated a Glock 9mm pistol.
An M&M? The Glock M&M melts in
millimeter?
your hand, not in your mouth.
Is it millimeter?
Yeah, millimeter.
9mm pistol.
Yeah.
All I know is the word Glock.
Yeah.
I know that from the movies where get the Glock.
Get the
you know
Glock.
What I mean?
That's right. What? And then in Jamaica,
Hancock.
they say like, what the Glock?
Yeah.
Right? They go,
And
hey, man, what
yeah,
the
yeah.
Glock, man?
Yeah. Hancock Police Department was assisted on the scene by the Houghton Police Department and the Houghton County Sheriff's Office. Too many names.
Did they blow their house down? The Houghton? They Houghton and they Puffton County.
And they shot bullet casings into the snowbank.
All the way home.
Yes. The man was lodged in the Houghton County Jail and a report was forwarded to the Houghton County Prosecutor's Office. Wow.
I now call to the stand a bucket of water that used to be snow that was shot at. Uh-huh. That's the witness.
So I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what I just read.
That's kind of like what it's like to be part of the CRiiiME podcast.
Yep.
You just don't know. Like afterwards, people
He was
be like,
driving intoxicated, but then he got out of the car to shoot at a snowbank, or was he shooting
you're not
while
going to shoot
driving?
from the window of a car. What are you, crazy? You get out. You stop. Have some respect for the situation. Take a deep breath. Aim. If you just drove by a snowbank and started shooting,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, look, you're a scumbag drive-by shooting suspect.
Well,
but if you stop and you shoot, you're just a hunter trying to solve a problem.
I'm seeing this fake photoshopped image that they have for the article, and it looks like he shot through a window. So maybe he shot through his car windows with this Glock 9mm.
The toxicity of the Michigan city.
All right, and we're gonna retire that article. Wayne's World.
Our next story, yeah. Oh, I love it.
Our next story: high school students make changes to grades and attendance in system hack. School says.
This is kind of a cool idea for a story. This is about
Yeah.
hacker teenagers. They can do that like in the movies. I never understood that in the movies when they were like, "We're hacking," or like you read an article, and you're like, "What do you mean?"
It doesn't say who wrote the article, but I will tell you who took the photo.
Let's find out about the phone.
National Desk Staff.
That's the name of the photographer. They couldn't even give an individual the credit.
File photo source: Thomas Trutchell.
Thomas the Train. Can you get out there and take a picture right now, Thomas? I think I can.
In Muskegon, Michigan. Yikes.
Ooh, Muskegon.
Another Michigan. Might
Right.
as well be Florida.
It pretty much is. It's Florida with more snow. Yep, that's the thing with Michigan.
Students at a
If you're in
high
Michigan,
school-
you're gonna wish you're in a different state. I'm just joking. There's
I'm
actually
saying.
there's actually a lot of good stuff in Michigan. My guest on Fantasy
Like
House a couple weeks
what?
ago, Clayton Thomas was he actually his Fantasy House is in Michigan because that's where he's from. And
Yikes.
he said it's
Then
beautiful.
we're rivals.
Are you guys rivals?
Yep.
Where are you from?
Ohio.
Hi. Oh, that's where you're from.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah,
were okay.
I see what you did there.
Totally, dude.
Students at a Michigan high school were able to hack into the school district's information system to change grades and attendance, according to school officials.
And they all got jobs at the NSA. You have to reward those kids. Like maybe they were mischievous, but they were smart enough to do
They're
something cool,
Look, they grew up in Michigan. They can't help it.
right? It's how you
Yeah.
stay warm. Is you hang out surrounded by a bunch of servers that are overworking to break
Yeah.
codes, and the heat coming off those servers in your basement is
Keeps
what
you
keeps
warm in
alive
Michigan.
in Michigan.
Yeah.
that and the vodka.
Yep.
It's like Russia over there. I
Yeah.
heard.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Orchard View Schools made the unusual discovery last week, Superintendent Jim Nielsen said in a statement. Jim.
Oh, I thought it was spelled like GEME. I was like,
I was
Gene.
adding the Russian.
Oh,
The investigation.
sir.
Give me more
I think it's
vodka.
more Polish people in Michigan than Russian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a lot of sausage there. Oh. Yep.
I got really
takes like a lot
dirty
of-
in my mind.
It
Just
takes a
now.
lot of people to like turn in light bulbs there.
It's like a sausage fest up there because all the girls are like, it's too cold, I'm anemic. And then they go anywhere else.
That is what happens in
Yes.
Michigan.
The investigation is still ongoing. We have notified the parents of the students we know were involved, Nielsen said.
How did they find out? You think some like school nerd guy was like, "What the hell's going on here?
Oh, dude.
I
he
gave
was-
him an F."
He was hiding behind the bushes, just like waiting for someone to fuck up.
The teacher, like just an
The
authoritarian.
superintendent, Jim Nielsen.
Yeah, a lot of people are intendants,
Creepy.
but I'm a superintendent, and
He's-
that means I watch.
Look, you don't
Regular
know what kind of
attendants have
stuff
an-
this guy is into. He lives in Michigan. in a
First
sausage
offense,
fest. Not
sausage
many women.
festival. Oh,
Imagine where his mind's going.
he's aroused by crime, is what you're saying.
He added that the breach involved a very small number of students, but he did not say how many students were involved, MLife.
But you did not say how many students were involved.
And how the school officials found out about the data breach. Am I sounding like a news anchor? Because I'm trying to.
I think you're doing good.
Yeah?
It's very news anchor. You said data breach, and I was like, I did a couple in college, but it never worked out.
Nielsen did not say whether police were involved in the matter, according to the news outlet. Orchard View High School, which has about 690 students in grade 9 through 12, is located about 40 miles northwest of Grand Rapids. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Didn't
Thanks,
need to
guys.
know that.
But like, that's what happens when you have internet journalists that are just like, all right, I told them I would do 300 words. And
Unnamed at that. I don't know who did it.
That's exactly the point. They're just like, just give them 300 words,
Yeah.
you know?
But that was it.
The freeway's got a lot of cars on it, and wind blows in many directions. That's right.
Yeah.
Water is wet.
Breaking
correct.
news. Former Statesville officer turns self in after false report of stolen car, investigators say.
Did he turn himself in like with handcuffs? Like, could someone get the door?
I can't take this anymore. I'm tired.
He's talking to himself. He's like, book him, Dano. You got it.
Reported to you by Dave Faherty.
Dave Faherty.
Faherty.
Dave Farty.
Could be.
I'm a crime reporter, a very serious man. My name's Dave Farty.
Yeah. Faherty.
Faharty.
Statesville, North Carolina. A former Statesville officer who had been on the run for weeks after lying to the police. Wait, he was a former officer.
And he was on the run for weeks.
for weeks. He's exhausted. He's like, I can't take this anymore.
But
I'm
he's
too
lost so much
tired
weight
to
running.
run.
It's so good for you.
Yeah,
you watch
run,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest,
Yeah, you go.
run.
Oh, you just keep going.
Oh, look at us.
You just
on the
watch the
same
fat
page
melt
there.
off. But you can't have more calories.
Yeah.
You got to eat the same amount of calories you were having before you started running. Then you run. Then you lose the weight.
You can't use his card on the run. He probably ran out
No.
of cash.
You don't run out of cash if you're smart beforehand.
Well, he's not smart.
He's not smart?
Mm-mm.
Why?
He's a former officer on the run for weeks.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And then turned himself in.
But you've seen
What?
You've seen those movies like The Fugitive. You have to wonder sometimes, like, are any of these people actually the good
Yeah.
guy that actually is having to run, but they're framed?
Yeah, go to Italy, dude.
Oh, well, either way, go to Italy.
Yeah.
Even if you're not on the run, just go to Italy on vacation.
Just go to Switzerland.
Go to Switzerland just because you want to try their knives.
Don't go to Russia.
They're nice and their chocolates. Why not go to Russia?
It seems scary
I
there.
guess it's cheaper to just go to Michigan and have the same experience, though, right?
Right.
Just go. They have the potatoes. They have the vodka.
Yeah.
You can still shoot the snow. You can just
Yeah.
shoot into the snow,
Yeah.
and you don't have to learn a new language.
Into the snowbank.
And you don't have to get crammed into a little airplane seat.
Right.
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 After lying to the police, turned himself in Thursday. So he turned himself in today? Or when is Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
You're onto something, girl.
I am really doing it.
You
They
really are
said he filed a. Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah.
I keep cutting you off.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm loving it. This is all I
Right.
want to do is sit back and just get to be told a story and
I'm
riff.
like totally dominating your podcast here.
No, yeah, you're dominating. You're kicking ass.
Okay.
You were invited into the House of Crime. We were
Thank
like,
you.
"Can you do this?" And you were like, "Sure."
You know what? I really
You're-
appreciate this invite.
Yeah, you didn't like kick the door open and force your way in. And I was like, "I guess you could." I was like, "Hey, will you do this? Because you're
Yeah.
funny and you're good. So read this."
Yeah, I don't usually ask for this much validation. Am I doing a good job?
No, you're
Validate
kicking
me.
ass. You're kicking ass.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, good to know. They said he filed a police report reporting claiming someone stole his unmarked police car.
Okay.
Allegedly,
So
someone stole his car.
So what this cop was doing?
he sold that shit on Craigslist.
He sold it on Craigslist.
Yeah.
There's a fine line when you're on that side of justice or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where you're like one step away from a criminal. Like, you ever had cops stare you down? Like in like East LA, you just have like a couple cops stare you down and they look at you and they seem like gangsters, like cholos, and you're like,
I don't look them in the eye.
That's a good point. Maybe I brought that upon myself. Well,
Yeah.
since a teenage age, like just being in certain neighborhoods and be like, the cops are looking at me and they feel like gangsters. And it's like, in a way, because of the world that they have to operate in,
Yeah.
they are kind of like, some of them, like the darks. It's like being a Jedi. Like the dark side kind of grabs you sometimes because you're so close to it.
They're reading you. They're
Yeah.
trained to visually read you.
And the way that they operate, like the groups that they hang out with and like how they stay safe and protected and get their job done, they become like a little bit of thuggy at times too.
Yeah.
Like it's easier to become thuggy.
Could
I'm not saying
be
that all
very-
cops are. Some are great.
On
some
the
aren't.
edge of crookedness, real quick.
On the edge of crookedness.
Yeah.
Great title for a new Netflix show.
Thank you.
Netflix show is a farming show that I'm working
Yeah.
on about livestock.
Oh, cool.
Netflix.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bird
Is
thing.
it about that Facebook game? What is it? Farmville?
No, I don't use
That
farms or vills.
You got way too many notifications for it 24/7.
Yeah, I was wondering, are my friends really inviting me, or is the computer saying they are?
God, I don't know.
Because it'll say like they're inviting you, and I'm like,
You know
"They
what's
invite me."
scary is I haven't talked about this in a long time, nor have I seen it, and now I think I'm going to start seeing it.
Farmville?
Yeah, they're listening.
They're listening.
They're listening as we speak.
The farm is listening. Mm-hmm. Go on with your story, Slayton.
Yeah. Search warrants in the case said Christopher Rivera, a former Statesville police officer, claimed someone hit him in the face outside his apartment and stole his police car.
But that didn't happen. He just lied.
Allegedly.
Christopher Rivera. Any relation to Christopher Columbus or Geraldo Rivera? Mr. Rivera Columbus?
7 hours later, it was found wrecked about 5 miles away. On New Year's Eve, shortly after midnight, police said that they got the call about a possible assault and robbery at the Glenwood Place apartments in Hickory.
Do you think if you're a cop and you work New Year's Eve, like it's like any other holiday where you try to like get your family to do a different day, but you're like, can you
Maybe
guys just
you-
put the VHS in of the ball dropping? We can just pretend. Because I had to
Yeah.
work on actual New Year's Eve.
Maybe if this happened on New Year's Eve, maybe he was fucked up on the job and didn't want to get caught. So he's like, someone stole it.
I could see that happening. We did another story recently where a cop did that. Mm-hmm. Or no, maybe that
On
wasn't.
the edge of crookedness, you know
It's
what I
on
mean?
the edge of crookedness.
Yeah.
A great title for a Netflix show about skateboarding
Yep.
or things that are not straight, like
Yeah.
sidewalks.
I can't
or-
even.
I don't know, crookedness.
I hate what just came to my mind first.
Mafia?
According to court documents.
Oh, you're thinking of homosexuality when I said not straight?
No.
You think of sausage fests and homosexuality.
I'm not thinking about homosexuality.
You are now.
I am now. Touche.
See what happened there? All right, Madonna. I know what you're thinking.
Get out of my mind.
Right? It's funny
according
that going in your mind, that's where I went. Instead of like talking about pizza, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, 2 gay guys butt fucking. And you're like, dude, stop it. It's like, oh no, they're totally your type too, though. You're confused.
Not in my mind.
You're confused.
No. According to court documents, officers said Rivera appeared intoxicated. Oh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of being a cop. Sometimes you gotta have a
Knew
drink.
it. And there was mud on his boots.
You ever see that? That show with Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke, and they're like, he's like, you get wet, and the guy's like, huh? And he's like, if you're gonna be working with criminals, you got to learn to think like them. And then like they smoke a bunch of like Sherm stick and PCP, and it's like, you got to drink if you're a cop, right? You got to know what the criminals are thinking. So if you're gonna pull over drunk drivers, you got to have a couple shots yourself to know like what the drunk driver's gonna do, so you can get inside their head.
The officer's wife also had mud on her clothing.
Maybe it was just peanut butter. She makes some sandwiches messy.
What's her name? They do not tell. Rivera claims someone struck him and stole his unmarked police car.
We'll call him Mrs. Rivera.
Mrs. Rivera.
Or as they say in England, Ms. Rivera.
Fancy. The car was found later wrecked and abandoned.
They use that word so much. It makes me think that the car was like drinking on it like as well.
Right. Like, did
listening.
it take itself for a joyride under your
Right?
I don't know.
Hey,
He's like,
what are you doing there? Hey, man, that car's wrecked. Like I was listening to, a little bit of Wilco and just
beep,
like
beep, I'm a
sloshing
Jeep.
around on a
Coming
bunch.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sloshing down the fucking whiskey.
Whiskey.
Whiskey!
Police said the ground was muddy, where they also found boot prints. Uh-oh.
Do you ever
And they
get-
were both wearing boots.
Do you ever play in the mud with your friend and call each other muddy buddies?
No, I've never done that
dude.
ever.
If I was a cop, I would totally be like, dude, you're my muddy buddy. We'd like take our guns out, shoot them into the air, and be like, muddy buddies, muddy buddies. Muddy buddies.
Somehow this reminds me of Superbad
Super Troopers?
or Super Troopers.
Super Bad Troopers, a combo of the both.
Ooh,
Presented by Muddy Buddy.
spin-off.
Oh, dude. Muddy Buddy, a combo of Super Troopers and Super Bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone start writing letters now. Addison said his department has an ongoing internal investigation into the case. A search warrant said police found Rivera's police-issued equipment in the trunk of his wife's car. The gear was muddy, consistent with what they found at the crash scene.
She keeps your balls in her purse, and
Yep.
she keeps your police gear in her trunk.
Yeah, that's loyalty, though.
It
She's
is.
like, I got you.
I think that's how a lot of it works out. Usually,
I got you, babe.
It's a team. I got you, babe.
Gunshots in between. Neighbors told Channel 9 police in Hickory have shown up at Rivera's apartment for weeks after taking out warrants for filing a false police report. So far, they have not made an arrest.
Well, they should, even if they can't find the right person. That's the
Yeah.
thing about being
Like, he's
an authority.
suspect number one for sure. They've got enough evidence to put him away.
You just have to arrest someone just to make the public happy. It's like in Jaws. You got to shoot a shark.
Right. The court documents said police believe Rivera wrecked his vehicle, causing $4,000 in damage, and called his wife for help, returning to the residence to file the false police report. Statesville police said Rivera retired earlier this month, and they were reviewing all the cases he's worked in Statesville. So he retired.
Oh, he just retired?
No, he retired after this happened.
Oh. Well, that's kind of good. That's the positive side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's off the force, so he can't do this again.
Use the force.
Well, he can, but he should. Wow.
Leave the force, Rivera.
He looks pretty young to be retired, but anyways. If there's cases we can move forward on, then we will. We'll have to talk with the district attorney on some of the other ones and make sure we have enough to move forward, Addison said.
Did Addison? Okay.
He said that.
Okay.
Channel 9 asked why Rivera was allowed to take the car home with him to Hickory.
Do you think anyone called him Asswipe Rivera?
Maybe.
That's kind of a fun nickname. Not for him to receive, but for you to say as his buddy.
To give?
Hey, Asswipe Rivera.
To not receive it, but to give it.
Can you grab some more napkins while you're up at the counter, Asswipe Rivera?
Jail, where he may be soon.
He's going to jail. If there's one thing I know,
He's going down.
I don't actually know that.
I don't know.
I don't have a good feeling or a bad
Could
feeling.
you just
about
gotta
this
imagine like being a cop who've put so many people in jail, and then you have to go into that jail and
Especially probably the most dangerous
live
thing.
with the people that you put in there.
It's probably super dangerous. Like
Oh,
if,
yeah.
If you're a cop and you gotta like go to that
You're
jail,
fucked.
you're fucked. You're
Like,
you're worried that someone's going to
I
murder
think
you.
for like for someone's safety, you might as well just put them in a jail anywhere outside of that general area.
I wonder if do they have a special jail like for like if you're a cop so that you're not like ultra punished because of being a cop? Because I bet it's got to be rough.
I don't know. I feel like mobsters always get special jails.
Yeah, but I'm talking about cops though.
That's in
like
the
if
movies.
you worked, because that's got to be scary. If you're like, now I'm caught. Like in the movies, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's probably scarier in real life.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Orange is the New Black. They made it look kind of like nice.
That is a really realistic portrayal of prison life. Orange
You
is the New
think?
Black. Oh, for sure.
You think it is?
For sure. As someone that's never even been to
Where they can
anywhere-
sneak away and have sex in a theater?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
In jail?
I went on a tour of Alcatraz once, so I know a lot about prison life.
Oh, okay.
And,
yeah, I saw the movie with that location.
Yeah, I've seen
learn much,
Shawshank
though.
Redemption many times. Definitely, it's just like Orange is the New
Shawshank
Black.
Redemption was actually filmed at the Mansfield prison in Mansfield, Ohio. I did many photo shoots there, and it is haunted as shit.
Oh, it's got to be scary. What do you mean haunted
Ooh,
as shit?
Haunted as shit.
You believe in the haunting?
Wait, you got to go there. If you
No.
ever go
No, I don't have to go. That
to
sounds
Mansfield,
terrifying.
Ohio, go see this prison.
Why is it not Woman's Field? You know what I mean? Does that upset you as much as it
Mansfield.
upsets me?
Oh, wow.
Woman's
I've never
Field,
thought
Ohio?
of that. No, I don't give a shit about that stuff.
Okay, well, then
I'm not
that's...
much of like a feminist person.
Well, there should be a hashtag for that. Hashtag Woman's Field, Ohio.
Women's Field, Ohio.
Yeah,
I'll send them the message.
that's right.
Women's Field, Ohio. Channel 9 asked why Rivera was allowed to take the car home with him to Hickory. The chief said he could do that because he was an on-call investigator and lived within 22 miles. Check back for updates on this developing story.
So you really think it's haunted, the prison?
Yeah.
Like you experienced it?
Oh, dude, like it's known to be like they did like many ghost shows on it.
Yeah, but you know the
Ghost
one thing in common with
Adventures,
ghost shows, they
Hunters.
never ever catch anything actual legit on ghost
No,
shows.
they have.
No, they don't.
I love watching
They'd
ghost
be
shows.
on the news all the time. If
They got some
actually-
weird stuff on it.
Yeah. They usually go like, "What's that sound?" But you're like, "Yeah, but no, it's never like a ghost. Like
It
there
sounds
he
like
is.
Have you seen what is that South Park episode that did a spoof on ghost hunters? And I was like, what's that sound? It sounds like a.
It's like ghost farting, like booting. But seriously, what
so good.
did you experience at this prison? At the prison from Shawshank?
I didn't like experience anything. I just like it felt uncomfortable. Like, and when I did the photo shoot, I would have to like pose inside the old creepy cells, and like this has been closed down. This jail has been closed down for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just like it felt like I wasn't alone in there, and it was just like really weird, and it was just ugh.
But
It just
psychologically
wasn't a good
speaking, that
energy.
could just be like in your own head, though.
It could be.
because that all that stuff is like.
It could be, but then you're walking around hearing stories from other people that they've witnessed, and it's like, okay, that's freaky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is freaky.
it's pretty wild.
Is there one last story?
Weeks after mayor's arrest, Port Richey acting mayor jailed. Wow.
Yeah, so this is a different mayor.
Well, I
Can you
feel
imagine-
like all of these people are in like office or officers, and they're all in trouble.
I mean, it's probably this is internet news, right? So
Yeah.
and this is provided by Al Bon Mi Sandwich Mamani. So
Uh-oh.
what happens is this is like the reason this stuff made it to the news is because it's extraordinary. So it doesn't mean that everything that happens is constantly extraordinary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's novel because it's like it's news because it's novel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Brought to you by Josh Cassio and Port Richey, dun, 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 Florida.
Florida.
Ugh.
So the mayors are always in jail in Florida, like the old country song. The mayor
Along with everyone else in
always
Florida.
jail in Florida.
In Florida.
In Florida. In Florida. The mayors are always in jail in Florida. You can take a mayor out of Florida, but you can't take Florida out of the mayor, especially if that mayor's in jail.
In Port Richey, Florida.
If you're in jail.
Another top city official has been arrested in Port Richey. This time, it's the acting mayor. Terrence Rowe took
I'm not an
over
actual
the
mayor. I'm an actor. Damn it.
I was acting as the mayor.
Well, you're still going to jail. No, I'm an actor.
No,
Get your hands
it wasn't
off me.
real. It was a prop.
The judge is like, guilty. He's like, this performance
Mm-hmm.
is just amazing. Look, they're about to put me in jail. That's how
Amazing.
good I am.
I think he's gonna get an award
That's right. Where can I collect my award? You're going straight to the jail.
to the jailhouse.
No, you see, I'm the acting mayor. Yeah, the regular mayor. I accept my awards here, sir. They're like, no, you're going to jail.
He's He was acting mayor going to jail.
Before you guys send me away,
Terrence
can you guys?
Terrence
I was just
Rowe
wondering.
took over the mayor's job after last month's arrest of Mayor Dale Masad. So this is a month later after their previous mayor got jailed, and now this mayor, acting mayor, is going to jail as well.
It's actually part of becoming a mayor in Florida. It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to go to jail.
Have you been to jail? Like, not yet. They're like,
you're gonna.
yeah, it's not a matter of like if, it's a matter of when. You're the mayor.
So,
you're going
don't be mayor.
Right? Don't be mayor there unless
It's a
you're ready for
trap.
jail. Well, I think you want to go to jail, though.
It's
It's
a
part of your
trap.
merit badges, right? Like, you can't intimidate.
It's initiation.
You have to be able to intimidate the local alligators, the
Yeah.
pythons, all whatever's living out in the swamps.
If you survive jail, you can survive anything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you go, let's say you're
Until
the mayor.
death.
Let's say you're the mayor and you start a new ordinance, right? No alligators after 8 p.m. Right? And then the alligator's like, I'm not gonna fucking listen to this guy.
I'm going in the pool anyways. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's never been to fucking jail. Like, what are you gonna do? But you go, you get your teardrop tattoo that's actually just shaped like the state
For
of Florida,
sure.
and you get those down the side of your cheek.
Yep.
Then you go and you say, listen, as the mayor,
When I was on the inside.
you don't even have to say that. You have your teardrop tattoos. You just look the alligators in
I
the
think
eye.
those are saying that you've killed. Those teardrop tattoos mean you've killed.
No, you've killed. No,
It's like a
not
gang
in Florida.
thing, no?
I know this. Like I said.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot about Florida.
Oh, you're from there?
No,
okay.
But I've been to Waffle House, and I've definitely
I
been.
love Waffle House.
I love Waffle House, and I've been to Disney World. I understand what Floridians are thinking. I know all the rules about the tattoos on the face, and you have to have like little teardrops, but of the Florida silhouette on your face, and that's what lets you let the wildlife know in Florida, like, hey,
Don't
like,
fuck with me.
don't fuck with me, and I'm the mayor.
I've been inside.
You and I could go to Florida without getting those tattoos, and we'd be fine.
Yeah,
because we're not asking anyone to follow any rules
Well, I'm a veteran
of Florida.
of Florida.
But if I said, hey, I'm running for office here, and the city, I want the city to stand behind me, they're like, we can't. This guy's not going to be a good mayor. No
He
one's
hasn't
going to
even
listen to
been
him.
in jail yet.
No one's going to listen to him. He's never
Yeah.
even been to jail yet.
Yeah. So make him acting mayor, and then he'll go.
That's right. So
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
happened here is you're reading a story about someone doing the right thing in Florida.
And now, Rowe's been charged with conspiracy to commit obstruction of justice.
Construction of Justice. I'm Sean Connery, and you're watching Construction of Justice. We need a hammer and some nails.
This is a big piece of the former case, which is still active and ongoing, said FDLE Special Agent Mark Brutnell.
It is a quote.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing a quote.
Yeah. How'd you know? How
I
did
just
you
knew.
tell?
Mark Brutnell. You sound just like him.
Thank you.
Brutnell. I hardly knew him.
Thanks. What I can say about this is if you're not a witness or a subject of any criminal investigation, please don't inject or insert yourself into one. Oh,
It got sexual for you.
It
there.
got sexual
You
there.
blushed. Please don't insert yourself into one. Make sure you spit on it before you insert yourself, sir. This is Florida.
Well, geez.
Actually, with this humidity, you don't need to do
Jeez,
anything.
Mark. No, gross. Investigators with the FDLE said they received information Rowe was conspiring to interfere with an active criminal investigation, though they did not immediately specify what investigation. I think it doesn't look too good for Port Richey, said longtime resident Steve St. John.
What does that mean? It doesn't look too good. It's a city. Like you
It's
just
a
get a
bad
different
look
mayor.
for his city.
It doesn't look too good.
Two mayors
Oh,
back to back
he's
went
not-
to jail.
Yeah, he's not saying it doesn't look too good. Like the outcome doesn't, or the outlook doesn't look good. He's saying it
He
doesn't look
said-
good. Like for the esteem of this. Like it,
Yeah.
people are gonna look down
It
on
looks
it.
really bad on their town.
I don't think they have to worry because they're already in Florida.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, but people in Florida don't realize until they leave Florida, like, oh shit, I was in Florida. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like that. Like, it's
Yeah.
Like, was it that story?
It's
Like
like
with the
you're
fish in the
under
water.
mind control.
Yeah, it's like the fish in the water. Where it's like, what's up with all the water? And the fish are like, what water?
Yeah.
Because they're living in it.
Right.
So in Florida, you don't know that you're in Florida.
So when you get out, you can finally breathe and get out of that bubble and be like, oh my God.
I was in Florida that whole time.
that was, oh.
Why didn't you tell me? I
can't
did try
believe
telling you,
I
but you didn't
lived there.
understand.
Right.
You didn't understand the allegory of the Florida cave.
And because they're so gaslit from Florida, they don't know any better.
But
They
it's
just
hard-
live there and they continue to live there.
It's hard to not be complacent when you've got so many alligators,
Right.
And you've got
jails
the jails,
and mayors.
Dude, the omelets and the grits at if you ever have an omelet with American
Now they're
cheese
getting Wawas.
and
I mean, like, it's
buttery
unreal.
grits at the Waffle House. I mean,
They
like,
tried their hash browns.
yeah,
Unreal.
I haven't been there in decades.
You
but
get the cheese and the ham.
I love when places do American
Was it
cheese.
smothered and covered? I don't know.
Oh, smothered and covered. Yeah,
I think
biscuits
that's
and
what
gravy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, Rowe was taken to the Pasco County Jail on a $15,000 bond. And that is it.
That's the end of the story. Well, that was a fantastic job. You kicked ass.
Thank you.
You got the job.
Thank you.
Slayton, I hope that you're at home listening and giving us the approval.
Yeah.
Chelsea is our anchor.
Yeah.
And she's got the job. We're doing it.
Did I sound like an anchor though?
Not at all.
All right, something to work on. It's like an accent, you know. You just kind of keep working at it.
CRiiiME is nothing if it isn't a podcast that gives my friends homework.
Right.
So
Right.
start studying.
Yeah.
Get to work.
And for those at home, study to move out of Florida.
That's fucked up. Chelsea,
I mean it.
you can riff on Florida throughout the whole fucking episode, but then at the end you can't be like, and just I'm going to leave you with this. Feel bad about where you live. That's fucked up.
I take back my shame, but mean what I said.
You can keep that mean part in there, you fucking evil bitch. I'm going to apologize on behalf of my co-host today.
Nope.
She's very sorry about what she said about Flo Rida.
I don't condone it.
You don't condone it?
I don't condone it.
She doesn't condone what she said herself.
Or what John said.
She's going to make a public apology on the next episode. And guys, go ahead and share CRiiiME news. CRiiiME, just hit the share button.
Yep.
Check out what do we do on this show? We make CRiiiME jokes.
Yep. And I hope you guys enjoy living in Florida some more. And
Don't try to do your apology now. That's for next episode. Next episode, Chelsea is going to make a formal apology, and we're going to have the sound of
follow
cameras
John's
flashing.
Patreon thing.
Oh yeah, we got a Patreon. We love our Patreon subscribers.
Buy some stickers.
Our supporters are the best. Sticker of the month is tons of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for everything.
Yeah.
Check out Fantasy House, guys. Click over right now. Check out Fantasy House. It's amazing.
Do a swap there.
It's so much fun. We got to do a swap. We're going to do a swap on your podcast at some point, right?
Yeah.
We got to do it. It'll be fun. I'm working on it. I just recorded an episode with Sam Tripoli today, which is just outrageous and weird.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for all the cool notes on Chad Goes Deep. That was freaking the trippiest episode of Fantasy House ever. Dude.
Yeah, wait till
did
mine,
you hear
though.
it? Did you hear it, Chad Goes Deep episode?
No, I haven't had time.
Dude, it was like, it took it to the level of like, where I was like, this is like, it was blowing my mind.
Really?
I asked them, I'll give you guys a little, is the dirtiest episode so far and the weirdest episode so far.
Oh.
Let me just give you a little, what do you call it? Like a heads up in how weird it was. I asked them about their kitchen, and I was like, all right, take me through the kitchen. And they go, so the kitchen's got a bunch of animals just like wandering in it, and you have to like, they're just wandering around the animal. And I'm like, how big's your kitchen? They're like, it's like a giant like field or whatever. Like it's like a wildlife like area for them, right? In the kitchen. So it's just giant. You walk into the kitchen and it's this giant thing.
This doesn't
so I'm
sound
like,
sanitary.
Oh no, nothing about their house is sanitary. They're
wow.
constantly telling me how it's covered in jizz and there's like jizz everywhere and animals are fucking everywhere. Like it was so, I was just sitting there like the whole time like, oh my God, like this place smells weird, right?
Yeah.
As they're describing it to me.
Yeah.
Because that's what Fantasy House is like. You feel like you're there, right? So I'm like, wow, this place smells weird. Like there's animals boning everywhere. So I tell them like, they're telling me you got to hunt for the food you want. And I was like, I don't want to like hunt right now. But
sad.
like, and they're like, well, like, listen, you can hunt, but like mostly like you don't need to truly kill any of these animals. You can walk up to the pigs and the pigs are growing crispy bacon out of their back and you snap off the bacon and like you can just eat the bacon. And I was like, that's the grossest thing ever. But I'd be willing to do that if I didn't have to hurt any
you don't
animals.
have to kill the bacon.
I don't have
It's
to kill
like
any
shedding
pigs and I get
skin.
bacon. Like it's like a win-win for everyone.
Yeah, it's like a skin.
And it's disgusting, like a scab. Like what am I eating a bacon, like a
Right.
snappy thing off of any animal just sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's bacon.
But
and it's
still
their
bacon.
Fantasy House. They can
But
make
it's
it.
not too crispy, right? And it's not like too fatty. It's just
I'm sure
like,
different
perfect.
pigs have different levels of it, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
like
you're
your
right.
favorite pig that's got the.
Same with the steak.
But that's the kind of weird
Medium
shit they
rare,
had in their
cows
house.
all the way.
That's the kind of weird shit they had in their house. Thank you guys. Be silly, have fun, have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry, Mom.